Have you ever wondered what there is to do in Minneapolis and St. Paul? We recently spent several days exploring Minnesota's Twin Cities, and we were surprised by just how much there is to see. From beautiful lakes and waterfalls to world-class museums, vibrant neighborhoods, river cruises, and even charming small towns nearby. This area has something for everyone. In this video, we'll show you our favorite places to visit in Minneapolis and St. Paul, plus a few fantastic day trips you won't want to miss. Let's get started. If you only have time for one museum in Minneapolis, make it the Mill City Museum. The museum is built inside the ruins of the historic Washburn Mill, which was once the largest flour mill in the world. During the late 1800s, the power of nearby St. Anthony Falls helped transform Minneapolis into the flour milling capital of the world, producing millions of barrels of flour that were shipped across the globe. The city's famous gold medal flour brand also traces its roots to this very site. One of the highlights, and unlike anything we've experienced before, is the Flour Tower. Visitors board a large freight elevator that travels through 8 floors of the old mill. As the elevator stops on each level, lighting, sound effects, working machinery, historic photographs, and the voices of former mill workers bring the building back to life. It feels more like a theme park attraction than a traditional museum and gives you a fascinating look at what it was like to work in one of these massive flour mills over a century ago. After the elevator experience, you'll step out onto the rooftop observation deck, where you'll enjoy one of the best panoramic views in Minneapolis. From here, you can see the Mississippi River, the Stone Arch Bridge, St. Anthony Falls, the historic Mill Ruins Park, and the famous gold medal flour sign that still lights up the Minneapolis skyline. It's one of the best photo spots in the city. Beyond the Flour Tower, the museum features interactive exhibits about flour production, the history of Minneapolis, the importance of the Mississippi River, and even a baking lab where you can learn how different types of wheat become the bread and pastries we eat every day. Even if you don't think flour sounds like an exciting topic, this museum does an incredible job of making history fun and engaging for visitors of all ages. One of the most iconic landmarks in Minneapolis is the Stone Arch Bridge. Originally built as a railroad bridge in the 1880s, today it's a pedestrian bridge offering spectacular views of St. Anthony Falls, the Mississippi River, and the downtown skyline. Sunset is one of the best times to visit, when the city lights begin reflecting on the water. Just below the bridge, you'll find St. Anthony Falls, the only natural waterfall on the Mississippi River. This waterfall played a huge role in Minneapolis history by powering flour mills that helped make the city one of the flour milling capitals of the world. Today, it's a beautiful place to walk while learning about the city's industrial past. One of the most relaxing and unique ways to experience Minneapolis is from the water. We took a sightseeing cruise that traveled from downtown Minneapolis toward St. Paul before returning to the Stone Arch Bridge. Along the way, we enjoyed beautiful views of the Minneapolis skyline, historic bridges, riverfront parks, and the impressive limestone bluffs lining parts of the Mississippi River. One of the highlights of the cruise was passing through a navigation lock. If you've never experienced one before, it's fascinating to watch. Since different sections of the river are at different elevations, the boat entered a large concrete chamber where massive gates closed behind it. Water was then pumped into the chamber, slowly lifting our boat about 24 feet to the higher section of the river. Later, on our return trip back toward Minneapolis, we passed through the same lock again. But this time, the process happened in reverse. The water level inside the chamber was lowered, gently bringing the boat back down 24 feet before the gates opened and we continued our journey. It was amazing to watch the entire process from the deck and see how these engineering marvels allow boats to travel between different river elevations. The cruise also offered fantastic views of the Stone Arch Bridge, St. Anthony Falls, and the Minneapolis skyline from a completely different perspective. Seeing the city from the river is an experience you simply can't get on foot. One of the most beautiful places to visit in Minneapolis is Minnehaha Falls, a stunning 53-foot waterfall located just a few miles from downtown. It's hard to believe that such a peaceful, natural setting exists right in the middle of a major city. Surrounded by limestone cliffs, towering trees, and miles of walking trails, Minnehaha Park feels like an escape into nature. The falls have been attracting visitors for more than 150 years. Interestingly, the name Minnehaha comes from the Dakota language and means curling water, referring to the waterfall rather than laughing water. As many people believe, there are several ways to experience the falls. You can admire them from the overlook at the top, walk down a long staircase to the base for a completely different perspective. Or continue hiking along Minnehaha Creek as it winds through the park before eventually flowing into the Mississippi River. Whether you're stopping for a quick photo or spending a few hours exploring the trails, Minnehaha Falls is one of the most scenic and relaxing places to visit in the Twin Cities. No trip to the Twin Cities is complete without visiting the Mall of America, one of Minnesota's most famous attractions. The mall features more than 500 stores, ranging from popular brands to luxury retailers. But the Mall of America is much more than just a shopping destination. At its center is Nickelodeon Universe, the largest indoor theme park in North America. The park features more than 24 rides, including roller coasters, family attractions, and rides designed for younger children, all under one roof. The Mall of America also features the Sea Life Aquarium, the Lego store, and the colorful Crayola experience, offering even more family-friendly attractions beyond shopping and rides. Whether you're shopping, riding roller coasters, visiting the aquarium, or simply exploring one of America's most famous malls, the Mall of America is an experience that's worth adding to your Minneapolis itinerary. One of Minneapolis's most recognizable attractions is the Minneapolis Sculpture Garden, one of the largest urban sculpture parks in the country. The garden features more than 40 works of art spread across beautifully landscaped grounds, making it a fun place to explore even if you're not usually interested in art. Its most famous attraction is the iconic Spoonbridge and Cherry, a giant spoon with a bright red cherry balanced on top. It has become one of Minnesota's most recognizable landmarks and one of the most photographed spots in the Twin Cities. As you walk through the garden, you'll discover a variety of sculptures ranging from abstract modern art to playful and interactive installations. Every turn offers something different, making it enjoyable for both adults and kids. Best of all, the Sculpture Garden is completely free to visit and is open year-round. Right next door is the Walker Art Center, one of America's leading contemporary art museums. Inside, you'll find rotating exhibitions featuring modern art, photography, film, and multimedia installations. Art lovers should also visit the Minneapolis Institute of Art. With thousands of works spanning more than 5,000 years of history and free admission, it's considered one of the finest art museums in the Midwest. One of our favorite things about Minneapolis was how easy it is to explore the Mississippi River on foot. Miles of scenic walking and biking trails run along both sides of the river, connecting many of the city's most popular attractions. As you walk, you'll enjoy beautiful views of the skyline, historic bridges, St. Anthony Falls, and the rushing waters of the Mississippi. We especially enjoyed the area around the Stone Arch Bridge, where you can easily walk between Mill Ruins Park, the Mill City Museum, the Guthrie Theater, and Gold Medal Park. Along the way, you'll find scenic overlooks, public art, informative historical displays, and plenty of places to stop for photos. One of the biggest surprises during our walk was spotting a beaver along the riverbank. We watched as it calmly climbed out of the water and started eating plants just a short distance from us. It was completely unfazed by people walking nearby and happily continued its meal. We never expected to see a beaver in the middle of a major city, and it turned out to be one of the highlights of our visit. Whether you're looking for a short stroll or a longer walk, the Mississippi River trails are one of the best ways to experience Minneapolis. They combine history, nature, wildlife, and some of the city's most iconic landmarks into one beautiful riverside walk. One thing that surprised us most about Minneapolis is how much nature exists within the city itself. The chain of lakes includes Lake Harriet, Bidi-Makaska, Lake of the Isles, Cedar Lake, and Brownie Lake. Miles of paved trails connect the lakes, making them perfect for walking, biking, kayaking, paddleboarding, or simply relaxing by the water. If you're visiting during summer, you'll see locals enjoying the beaches, sailing, and outdoor cafes. Minneapolis and St. Paul are known as the Twin Cities because they're located right next to each other, with downtowns only about 10 miles apart. Since it's just a short drive from downtown Minneapolis, it's easy to explore both cities during the same trip. One of the best free attractions in St. Paul is Como Park Zoo and Conservatory. The zoo is home to animals from around the world. including giraffes, polar bears, big cats, and gorillas, making it a fun stop for families. Right next door is the beautiful Marjorie McNeely Conservatory, where you can stroll through tropical gardens, seasonal flower displays, and lush indoor plant collections. Another hidden gem within Como Park is the peaceful Japanese garden, featuring traditional landscaping, stone lanterns, carefully manicured trees, and a tranquil pond. It's the perfect place to slow down and enjoy a quiet walk away from the busier parts of the park. With beautiful gardens, walking paths, and free admission to both the zoo and conservatory, Como Park is one of the best places to spend a relaxing afternoon in the Twin Cities. One of the city's most impressive landmarks is the Cathedral of St. Paul. Its massive copper dome dominates the skyline, and the stunning interior is filled with marble, stained glass, and beautiful architecture. Whether you're religious or simply appreciate historic buildings, it's definitely worth visiting. Just a few minutes away stands the Minnesota State Capitol. Designed by renowned architect Cass Gilbert, the Capitol features one of the largest self-supported marble domes in the world. Free guided tours are available if you'd like to learn more about Minnesota's history and government. One of the best things about visiting Minneapolis and St. Paul is that you're surrounded by beautiful nature. Within an hour or two of the Twin Cities, you'll find dozens of state parks offering waterfalls, scenic overlooks, forests, rivers, and excellent hiking trails. One of our favorite day trips was Interstate State Park, located on the Minnesota-Wisconsin border. The park is famous for its unique glacial potholes, the deepest concentration of these ancient rock formations anywhere in the world. They were carved thousands of years ago by powerful meltwater at the end of the last ice age. The park also features dramatic basalt cliffs overlooking the river, scenic hiking trails, and beautiful viewpoints that make it a fantastic destination for nature lovers. Another amazing place we visited was Willow River State Park in nearby Wisconsin. The highlight of the park is Willow Falls, one of the most beautiful waterfalls in the region. The hike to the falls is easy and takes you through a peaceful forest where during our visit, we saw colorful wildflowers and even wild raspberries growing along the trail. When you reach the waterfall, you'll understand why it's one of the park's biggest attractions. The wide cascading falls flow over layered rock formations into a beautiful pool below, creating an incredible place to stop and take in the scenery. Don't miss the trail that continues to the top of the waterfall. From the overlook above, you'll get a completely different perspective and some of the best views of Willow Falls and the surrounding gorge. If you have even more time, Minnesota is home to dozens of incredible state parks within a short drive of the Twin Cities, making this area an excellent base for hiking, photography, and outdoor adventures. If you enjoy exploring small towns, there are several wonderful options nearby. Stillwater is often called the birthplace of Minnesota. It's known for its historic downtown, riverfront, antique shops, and scenic lift bridge. Hudson, Wisconsin offers charming streets, local restaurants, coffee shops, and beautiful views of the river. It's a relaxing place to spend an afternoon. Lindström celebrates its Swedish heritage with colorful downtown streets, unique shops, lakes, and welcoming small-town atmosphere. Each town makes an easy day trip from Minneapolis or St. Paul. Whether you're interested in museums, outdoor adventures, history, shopping, food, architecture, or scenic nature, Minneapolis and St. Paul truly have something for everyone. We came expecting a nice city break, but left impressed by how much variety the Twin Cities offer. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments which place you'd visit first. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next adventure.